It's a pleasure to have you on and to find myself amongst you all today. We there is nothing.
Sorry, I'm recording it too. It's going online. So just.
There is nothing this kind of gathering would bear beyond networking, meeting writers from all ends and all walks of life. I'm very happy to be here. Actually, I've been in Osogbo since yesterday. I came from Ilorin. So, I'm a poet, as I've said earlier. Maybe I should call myself a budding poet, an aspiring one. I should not say it with my full chest. That's it. So that Mr. Hanif will not arrest me. Well, I have just few things to say. One of the issues we are having about this writing industry of it is, I think, let's see it from one side of the the established ones, the great ones that those the ones that are at it already.
Okay.
At times, I want to believe I'm having 55% assumptions that one of the reasons one of my brothers there said he lost interest in writing, and I want to believe one of those reasons, possibly, very very possible, it could be critic, it could be criticism. I'm not sure. No sane poet or sane writer would campaign against criticism. It's one of those sorts. It's one of those things that you can't do without it. So far we have a literary appreciation. So then we must have criticism as well. Next time, am I going? So I think at this time since we have the criticism I've said. So I said I'm very sure one of the things that discouraged my brother. I'll be glad to have him talk here.
Okay.
To have him talking here. Yeah? One of the reasons should be criticism. Well, it's worth it because you sat down. You may be sitting down all day. It could be all night, writing what someone calls rubbish. And of truth, it could be rubbish. Yes, it could be rubbish. But I think I would utilize this moment to plead with I'm very sure we have critics among us here. We have analysts here. We have poetry judges here. So it is very hard. In fact, it is heartbreaking to write a poem, and somehow, in fact, like 2 years ago, I was just strolling around on Facebook and jammed a post like that. So it was about this guy posted a poem, and of truth, to be very frank, the poem was, in fact, it was not part of it.
It was watchy.
Eh?
It was watchy, not flowery.
Then someone commented and said, the poem, you got that intonation, the poem, then he put a question mark. I was amazed, like, though what this person wrote might not reach the standard of poetry, but then the word a poem as in, I'm not very sure what just like you are breaking prose into lines.
Okay.
So this thing is hot, and it discourages our writers. But I want us to see these things from two angles. We have poets that are fundamentally that are born to be poets. We have poets that did a kind of peeping through something. So, I'm sorry, the ones I'm referring to as born to be poet are the art students right from day one. Sure, we have no very very well. It is not unknown to me that we have poets, we have writers that are scientists and they are doing well. The woman or lady that wrote this year's the prescribed text for JAMB for this year, Khadija or something. She's a mathematician, I think. Then the sweet thing as well. The author was a doctor. The author is
Bolaji.
Is a doctor, Bolaji. So, but there's this thing that there's this uniqueness about poetry. Of no doubt, I'm very sure Mr. Hanif will not disagree with me that there is no genre. I have reason for calling his name like that.
Okay.
There's no yes. I love sitting in rows with grammarians.
Okay.
So there's no genre that is as logical, as tactical, as technical as poetry. So more reasons why I would see that I had a saying sometimes that all poets are writers, not all writers are poets. So the illustration of this is we may see someone, we may see someone, we may see a playwright, an essayist, a content writer, and he might be doing well in his field. He might even have been writing for like 4 or 5 years ago, and when you ask if we are brother, why don't you venture into poetry? You'll be like, the thing is very hard. Of truth, it is. You said it is the most logical out of the 3 genres. More reasons why I would see someone writing prose, writing drama, I would not be able to write even just a couplet. I would not be able to make it. So something diverted my attention. I was actually on something about the ones that were born to be poets and the ones that were peeping through the window. So I want to. It's a fact. It's a fact. In fact, it's not something you can argue. Because behind all knowledge, behind every knowledge, you must be taught. There are certain things that you must be taught. There are things that you need someone to take you through. Ideology is not a novel. Ideology, being using gift, idea, maybe enough, but it will be to some extent. So I would urge scientists to, because we may see these writing things like, okay, let me start writing, because you will be like, let me write poem, and you may be a pharmacist for instance. Then we have you wrote a poem, then your poem got to Mr. Hanif's hand. But you are in hell. You are in hell. Because I'm very sure
it's a tough critic.
It's a very tough one. Because I do not see when a poem is being submitted for criticism for elevation.
Okay.
To elevate. I do not believe what the mistakes that should be. I do not believe what we are expected to elevate from that poem should be grammatical errors at all. We expected you, before you even call yourself a poet, we expected you to have perfected that side. So telling you this one should be quoting Concord rules for you in your poem is kind of ridiculous. Tenses. Very ridiculous. So I urge us all to read. There's no doubt. there's no how it's this thing is processing. We don't just give birth. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but something used to happen before pregnancy comes. I mean, after
We are learning. We are all learners.
Yeah, so, what happened?
I do not know. I don't explain everything after. So I do hear it. I have a friend. He's a biologist. I do hear it from his mother.
We even have a medical doctor here. He's in the house.
So that this thing is we have the processes that we should take. We all know that Rome was not built in a day.
Hiroshima was destroyed in a day.
Sir?
Hiroshima was destroyed in a day.
So I want us all as one big family to work hand in hand. We should accept criticism. Though there's a comma there because you see whatever you want to be in life, whatever you want to be, don't be foolish. Whatever you want to be. I want to be a doctor. Don't be a foolish doctor. You are a lawyer, don't be a foolish lawyer. So if you are a poet too, don't be a foolish poet. Yeah?
Be a mad poet.
You can be a mad poet, yes. It is not to be mad at something. So, because we have this tackling, like, okay, I just came across the poem now, and I myself I did not know my net worth. And I said, okay, Mr. Hanif's poem, where is my pen? And I start working around I start working on the poems, creating problems for myself. Because doing so, I'm creating problems for myself. Because only a stupid personnel will stay like this. My own job. you are cycling everything like this. Okay. You then for you to make a cycle like this, then you are in debt because you must explain to me, you must convince me beyond reasoning that okay, this is what happened here, this is what happened here, this is why this must not be here, this is why this must be here. So I urge we that are not on the path, I mean we do not find ourselves among the born to be a poet. So I want us to this thing is something I noticed it. I have friends that are scientists. They are very good. But when it comes to this accepting criticism side, God, maybe it looks like they are putting knife on their necks or so. I don't know. And though I said there's a comma there. It is not something you would accept from everybody. So you should be choosy. Okay.
So can you tell us about your writing?
Writing.
Your writing.
Okay. Thank you. I started. I think I was engaged in an interview with. I think it's you.
Exactly.
So I said I started writing up to it. It's almost 6 years now.
Okay.
I was extremely small. How am I now? So I was very small. Well, it's funny, and I do not want anyone to laugh. I started with writing love letters. Yes, that's what I do. So friends, I have friends. Don't say I was trying to clear my. Don't play your flute. I was not the owner of the girlfriend. My friends own them.
Okay.
So
now I understand.
So
the love angel, love doctor.
I do sit down as so. For you, your baby never do normal. So
Let us write love letter. Let's give her as my love letter. As my love doctor.
So we started that way. As time goes on, Though I have not, during the secondary school, I have not started poetry. The only thing, the only thing I do then was the love letter I just said now. And I wrote one published work while for our set while we were graduating from secondary school. The principal asked us to write our achievements so far. Really, actually, I was not among the prefects, so I wrote it for them. Our achievements so far. So it's two now. I do write to my friends whenever they
The love letter. The love letter.
whenever
there is issues.
whenever there is
love.
So the unforgettable testimony is none of them will take any of my letters to his girlfriend. I will not come back and give testimony.
Wow.
So then I do still most of my I do still read most of my dad's book. He studied Yoruba. He did at master's level. He did linguistics also at OAU. So he in his library he must not know, but whenever he's out, I will find my way to his room and get myself the books I need. Then it may take me up to 2 days, 5 days at times before and some talk we feel with it. May God forgive us all. So follow his reading. The reading, the everything, the persistence, not stopping, doing things. Because if we are to be interrogated here, every one of us, I myself, Mr. Hafiz, Yusa, then Mr. Hafiz, Mrs. Nisi, and others, about what we faced, reasons, tons of reasons that we've had reasons reasons that are enough to make someone stop, especially this critic side. Some are just very destructive. So then, there was I've been in Lawrence since 2016. I tried joining book clubs all around. I was just like JJC then, so I just did and do things with my books. Afterwards, there was a magazine in Ilorin, Silent Sound magazine. It was 2 minutes. It was organized by Lambaba. Nah? Malete, thank you. Kwasu Malete. So I was at the festival. Really? I was there at Tanke. The first one at Tanke, then the other one, this year's one. They did it at the convocation hall, Kwasu. So yes, it's a very big hall. So we have active Ink too. It's a book club, a poetry club in Ilorin too. I was there too, and I was opting to present. So I don't know if I should. Am I to read?
Then what about your poetry group, the WhatsApp group?
Oh, the WhatsApp group it is named Poetry 24/7. Formally, we have poets from other countries. So I just removed some due to some reasons. Someone shared the link, so those Arabs were just coming anyhow. So and they were posting poems in Arabic. So reasons I cut the line from there. So
is there no guidelines for the platform?
I don't know. Maybe they don't understand English language. So there we post our poems. Then see one thing I found strangers. Everyone have that feeling. Everyone has it. We always love being appreciated. Like you saying something, even what you yourself, you that you wrote it, you knew it within you, within between you and God, within yourself, you know this thing, within your inner self, you know that like, this thing is just a freelance. Let me just write it and people be like, wow, 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 wow. So all these serene voices, wow, wow, wow. So you you be thinking, wow, I've arrived. So the thing is, we should hold 2 points there. We should not be we should not see ourselves overrated with the amount of wows that we got from from the amount of wows that we got from friends. Eh? So you should not see yourself as if you've gotten to a point because someone said, wow. Though we have some important personnel that when they said, wow, this job is good, then you are very good. Of truth, they are not the type that hide. Maybe I'm among you, I don't hide. So I don't know how to like you. I don't know how hiding that feeling that I'm not okay with this thing that you wrote, and I'll still be like, wow, wow, wow. What is wow, wow, wow? My battery is low. So
then can you share with us some of your poems?
Some of my poems.
Yeah, 21st.
Well, this one I'm about to do. The title is I am strong. I am strong. You see, I want to believe one of the males, males that would help in analyzing the poem as Dr. Adim he said it to my ears when I sat down there. He said, one of the males is you should understand the background of the poet. You may call it the authorial background, isn't it? So when you know who the poet is, where the poem is coming from, then you had maybe 50% of what you are to know about the poem. Okay, this person, for instance, this person is a lover boy. So maybe I've known Mr. Ali for like 5 years ago, and ever since I've known him, I've not seen a poem from him other than love poems. So whenever notification pops in, and I see Mr. Hanif posted tagged you in a post, then I should be 100% sure that I'm reading love poems. Eh? So your connection with the poet, you knowing who the poet is, could help in understanding or breaking down the work. So why I'm saying this I'm strong is I wrote it. It was written July 8th. It should be maybe a few weeks back. So I was battling some Biafra wars with my inner self. Biafra war.
I mean emotional Biafra war.
Psychological Biafra war. So I wrote it because when I see where I've passed, like you know that kind of feeling where you jumped a gutter, let me put it that way, and you looked at and see how wide the gutter is and be like, how did I no how did I succeeded moving from here to here. So let me read the poem. It's a very short poem. Please let's pay attention like you want to listen to the national anthem. I am strong. I've walked dreadful paths. Path jungle kings would take and increase their faces. I had stood in wilderness. Wilderness men call life. 40 days and a night of no water. I made an adventurous tower into forest. Sacred forest, no one went and come back holy. On this crooked narrow road of chaps, wide roads and odd leads, I'm still not shaking. Should I take it again?
So,
Well, because of our time, any observation?
Okay,
You should take it again now.
I am strong. I've walked dreadful paths. Paths jungle kings would take and increase their paces. I had stood in wilderness. Wilderness men call life.